How's it going today? My name is Lonnie Orr Jr. I'll be giving you a breakdown of the Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. The book itself has been more of a revelation for me about learning things about my relationship, things that I like, things that my girlfriend likes. It's something that I can pass on to family members and friends that I know are in romantic relationships. And it gives you different activities, different tests, different things that you can learn about yourself and your partner in different instances. So, with no further ado, the five love languages are words of affirmation, basically talking to your partner and giving them kind words, breaking down, telling them how much you love them, telling them how nice they look, different things you can go about with that. Quality time, so actually being there with your partner versus, just sitting around watching Netflix and things like that. And we'll get in a little bit more detail about that. Receiving gifts, who doesn't like to receive gifts? Acts of service, doing different things for your partner to show that you love them. Then physical touch, so whether that be hugging, kissing, sexual intercourse, all those things are a part of physical touch, and these are the five love languages. The one I really want to go into is going to be quality time. So when we look at quality time, like some people feel like, well, if I'm just here with my partner, or if we're watching TV, that's enough as far as quality time. But that's not what quality time really is. I mean, it's more so undivided attention. So TV off, no phones, no distractions. So complete undivided attention. Time is a precious commodity. So, we can't get back time. We can't, reverse what we've done. So all we have to look at is, the time we have with our partner, because it's precious, because you never get that time back. So, I mean, when you look at quality time, sorry about that. When you look at quality time, things I would do, and that the book suggests, make a list of different activities that you guys like to do or your partner may like to do, and then go out and do them. I mean, no matter if it's going out to a walk together, if it's going to, the park, whatever it may be, going out to eat, but it has to be focused attention. So when it's focused attention, like it's just you and your partner, nothing else matters. It's about just you guys. So, not going on double dates, not going on triple dates, whatever it may be. It's just you and that partner. And I mean, other people can be there, but showing them that they're the person that matters. So when you have this quality time, you have to engage in quality conversation. So maintaining eye contact, listening without doing anything, like I stated before, listening for feelings, observing body language, and refusing to interrupt. So like when you look at those different things, when you maintain eye contact, they feel like you're listening. They feel like you are engaged. Now when you're listening without doing anything, the same concept. You're paying attention to what they're saying. You find out like how they're feeling about a situation, and you can, point to that situation in future events. When you observe the body language, you really can tell like what is going on, how they're feeling, if they're slumped over, if they keep their head down, if different things like, and that way you can make a quality like a session of what's really going on. And as you learn to listen, you learn how to talk. So it's not just giving that cut and dry answer of, well, this person was wrong for that. That shouldn't have happened. When you learn how to talk during quality time, it's about feelings. You actually giving off your feelings. So it's a concept he said was this thing about dead seas and babbling brooks. So when you're a dead sea, you're pretty much just taking in information, but you're not giving anything back. And then the babbling brooks is like that gossip person. That person just likes to talk over and over. I mean, but they're not, giving any substance. So you don't want to fall into any one of these categories. You want to be that even keel person where you can handle a little bit of both, but it's all quality. And then quality activity. So when it comes to that, that goes back to making a list. So when you make a list of different activities like you like to do, or activities that your partner likes to do, when you break that down, and then you see those different things and you're able to do them, and you can attest to going to do those, or you can make a plan of, we're going to do this now, or we're going to go do this later. And then, and at that point in time, that love language quality time is enhanced because, everybody has a different one. For a person with relationship problems, there's so many different things that can go wrong in a relationship. But the first thing I would say will be, one, find out what your partner's love language is. So for me, I know a big thing for my partner is going to be words of affirmation, and acts of service. So what I had to do was sit back and think about what things did they like or do things that they speak about. So for a person that has relationship problems, you need to figure out what is the main issue and then attach it to one of those 5 love languages. So if a person has a problem with words of affirmation, so you need to sit back and think what am I telling my partner? Am I telling them they look beautiful on a daily basis? Am I saying I appreciate what they've done for me? And look back at that and start to make that habit. Because words of affirmation, granted, it's easy in the beginning. You look beautiful. You look gorgeous tonight. You dressed up. You cleaned up nice today. Thank you. Those different things. Saying I love you in different ways. Those things are easy in the beginning, but it's hard later on. But if you make it a habit and you continue to do it over time, it's always going to stick with you. For quality time, if you're having issues with quality time, you need to figure out what are you guys doing, and is it something that you deem as meaningful? So not watching TV together, that's not quality time. Playing the game and talking at the same time, that's not quality time. Quality time is undivided attention, me and you, eye to eye, talking about different things, talking about feelings, emotions. It's not just about giving off, telling them about your day. It's how did it make you feel, and what can I do to, make you feel better and be that rock for you, Receiving gifts. So some people have a problem with gift giving. So me, I know personally, I was a terrible gift giver. I never thought about meaning. So one thing I had to do, and one thing that I attest to in the book, is that you find somebody that knows your partner well, and they can be that scout for you, or that person to kind of give you ideas when it comes to that. So receiving gifts, you find out what is meaningful to your partner and what actually shows a sign of love. So granted, you can just get them a gift card or different things to their favorite restaurant or their favorite coffee shop, things like that show that you genuinely love them. For acts of service, that's one of the key things for me as far as from reading this. Different things you choose to do that your partner will love. So for people that have relationship problems when it comes to acts of service, write down, like he did in the book, write down a couple different things that you love for your partner to do and that are genuine, that would show love to you. So when you do that, and the partner decides to do that, they genuinely love you. And physical touch, showing affection, no matter circumstance, hugging when you're just you two, touching them on the shoulder, just being there, showing them that you're still there with them, and letting them know that they're there. So anytime you touch them when you have a family gathering, hugging during a family gathering, kissing, whatever it may be, show them that you're there. The communication theory that I believe attests to this book is going to be social exchange theory, because it's all about cost and reward. Now, there are different costs when it comes to these 5 love languages that you have to find out. Granted, some stuff is physical, something that you can touch. Some things are just based off emotion. So, you have to pay the cost to get rewarded. So, the reward is a fruitful relationship, and then getting more out of your partner. The cost is just you putting in that work, finding out what their love languages are, and then, attesting to those. So, like you said before, just finding different things, sitting down, finding out what those costs or those things that your partner loves or wants out of the relationship, and then reaping the reward by doing those things and finding out what they love. For me, all 5 love languages can attest to my relationship. attest to me. Of course, some are bigger than others, and that's how it's going to be across every relationship. Not every relationship is the same. You kind of learn that from social exchange theory, and then that it's not always about, you know, who's making the most money, who's doing what. Like, everybody can do something, no matter what situation you are in within your relationship. So if there's a stay-at-home mom doing certain things, having dinner ready, cleaning up the house, those are things that can attest to a man's, or the breadwinner, whatever you want to call it, can attest to that person's love language. Or even then, if it's a guy that works all day, coming home, bringing in gifts, those things can attest to the wife or whoever the partner may be, showing them that you love them, different signs. So for me, social exchange theory fits exactly with this theory, with the book, and that, you know, shows its effectiveness, because, like I said, it's all about cost and rewards when it comes to a relationship. And thank you. Have a nice day.